I don't regret my past, recent or even way back past, in my childhood being beaten in the crib by my father. I don't regret those days. And I think I've said it before in other videos, and I really don't like repeating myself, but it's hard for me to know everything I said on past videos. So if I am repeating something from a past video, please excuse me. I don't want to. But it's not that I repeat it. I look at it in a different way, or I try to come at it from a different angle. It's with all my videos, and I don't know compared to other people that do this on YouTube, if I have a lot of videos compared to others. It's kind of like expecting a jeweler to know every diamond in his jewelry store, or every piece of gold, or every piece of work in his jewelry store on the top of his head, and I think that's quite impossible. And that's to know everything that's on my videos and everything I've said. It's quite impossible for me to know everything. And when it comes to me to naming the video at the end, when I'm done taping it and I'm uploading it, I forget half of what I said in the video I just made, like right now. When I get to the end of this, I don't remember. So if you would ever tell me I like what you said in that video, you'd have to tell me what I said and not assume that I know what I said. I'm not saying I'm going to walk it back, or I'm not going to agree, or I'm going to say I never said that. I'm not doing that, but I just don't have it right here as far as everything I said. And there are certain things, of course, I know I said, and some things are more, to me, more valuable than others, where to you, what you see as valuable or hear as valuable it most likely won't be the same thing I consider valuable out of all the tapes. So, and I think there are too many tapes to say one is the best or one is the worst. So they kind of melt together. You wouldn't want to do without one, and you hope I don't stop adding to them. It's a work of art. It's like Picasso's first painting to Picasso's last painting, and everything in between. And you wouldn't want to take one out and say, "Oh, that was garbage, and we don't need that." And you're sorry that he came to his last painting because he died, and you wish he could have painted more. Just like Michelangelo, he painted wonderfully and created and sculptured and stuff, and he died, so he no longer made anymore, and he couldn't, and you wish he didn't. You can't imagine what else he would have made had he not. Like when John Lennon was killed, you can't imagine the songs that he would have created if he hadn't been killed. And you can say that about Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston or any of them. Elvis Presley, they didn't die at such young ages. What more could they have possibly done? Janis Joplin, Hendrix, Doors, Jim Morrison. What more could they have done? So, and that's the body of work I'm creating. I don't know that it's, I hope it's above the level of all those people I just mentioned. Not really above, but equal to. And it's a different time. When they did it was a different time. I'd love to be remembered like a Michelangelo is remembered. Whether I get that, I don't know. I don't do these things to do that or get that. I just tell you, and I think you could see through the videos that I speak from the heart. I'm not reading a script. I never read a script. I don't even read a passage from a book. If I want to quote a passage from the book, I'll remember it, and I'll say it the way I remember it, not the way the book writes it. So, and that doesn't mean I can't pull out a book and read a passage. I can do anything I want. So I just haven't come to that point that I need to do that. In the future, maybe, but right now, no. I don't mind quoting other people's works. There's a reason for those works. God works through us, through other people. Works through the literature, works with TV shows and movies and music and all the arts. All the arts are just a product of God, and when Michelangelo was painting the ceiling, God was with him. God was right there painting, moving Michael's hand wherever he needed to go. Created the work of art. God can't do it, so he has to do it through us and use our hand, because his hand can't do it. So this is how it gets done, and that's why art is so celebrated and so put on the expensive block. Everything's expensive that's art related. I don't know. I forgot what I started this whole conversation about. I go into different directions and I lose myself. I lose myself in you. I want to entertain you, and at the same time I want to educate you, and at the same time I want to attack the devil and all my enemies and make any effort they have against me to be powerless and ineffective, and make them think twice about coming against me, because it's one thing to fire a shot, but if you miss, whoa. You know what I'm going to do to you if you miss? You don't want to know. And it's just, if you're shooting at me, I'd say there's a 99% chance you're going to miss. So, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that at all. Look how many times they try to poison me. I can't tell you how many times they try to poison me since I'm still alive. But I feel the poison. It makes me go to sleep. It messes up my stomach. I feel it in my jaw mostly. That's how I know I've been poisoned. My jaw starts to hurt. And last night's dinner was no different. I felt it. And I fell asleep. So, I had the tracking device in my back. That's no small feat. I don't think there's a microphone or videotape coming out of it, but they know where I am at any point in time. I can't hide. They don't need my phone. They don't need my car, or if I had a car, they don't need anything. They don't put anything in my clothes. It's right in my back. I'm tracked by a satellite. They know exactly where I am. That's high-tech stuff. That's 007 crap. So I'm not talking about the little boys, the big boys. I don't care. I decided I'm not going to have it taken out, because if I do, you'll just put it back in. Who am I kidding? It's not hurting me. If you want to track me that bad, and I don't know that, like, if you're the good guys or the bad guys. So I don't know if the good guys are tracking me or the bad guys are tracking me. But because I know about it, and because God knows about it, and God has basically told me not to remove it, I say it's the good guys that are tracking me, And the bad guys can't take me anywhere and think they're not being followed. So they gotta think twice about that too, Life is funny. And then you die.